Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy ZenoZT back at it again with a not brand new, it's a part 2 of What If Deku was an Elemental Dragon. So, we're back to this What If. I want to say thank you to the Dan the Dude. Bro, I'm sorry I haven't been on Twitter or any kind of social media lately. I was taking a bit of a break, I was burned out on it and I had to deal with some stuff going on in my life, and I'm sorry for that. And I want to go back to working on the previous what ifs, like what if Deku had Deadpool powers. Bro, the ideas we have about it, me and Dan, are out of this world, so stay tuned for it, because what if will be lit. You're gonna love it, and I'm sure you will. So we are back to this what if, and I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. We are 641 subscribers strong, and yeah, let's jump into this bitch. So last time we stopped by Deku and Drogon talking on the rooftops about his past and his heritage, and him telling them what it means to be a dragon and that he is this and that, like we know, like any normal conversation. We jump into the few months later. Deku is established as a citizen of Japan. He is under the regulation of not using his powers as much as he wanted to. He can turn into a dragon, but he came to the conclusion that he cannot turn into a full dragon. I mean 300 meters dragon. He can turn into his normal form, his semi-dragon form, because it counts as a transformation quirk, and his normal dragon form, which is about 50 meters in height. Yeah, because people are afraid of the cataclysmic precaution that they are taking precaution about his powers. Maybe he will go haywire and blow up stuff. Nobody knows. So yeah, they are keeping him under close eyes, and he built some kind of bond with the hero All Might. And one of the talks between them went like All Might showing him the scars from his battle, and Deku and Drogon saying that those marks make you a true warrior, and everything went like that, just like what happened between him and Sir Lancelot. So yeah, we jump back into it, and one day Drogon was sitting with All Might talking about the battle between All for One and All Might, and All Might showing him the scars that he got from his battle, and Deku thinking to himself, huh, maybe I can help with that. You know the legend All Might? All Might answered, "What legend are you talking about?" Drogon sat down and said, "Sit down, I have a story for you." And Deku told him about the time in the Middle Ages when people tried to kill dragons and harness their blood for eternal life. But in some kind of a, but in twisted fate, laughing at the people, that blood turned them into monsters. Because the dragon had a curse. If he so chooses to curse someone while he dying, that curse will turn that person's life into a living hell. I mean, plagues, death, paralysis, getting paralyzed, unfortunate, going broke, anything like that. So Deku said, "Huh, I think that our blood truly represent eternal life. You see me, I lived for 600 years, but the people who robbed my kind of their blood, they did it by stealing. You see? So what if I give you my blood willingly? Would that help? And let us test it." So after that, they went into Recovery Girl, which she was against that, but Deku persisted and talked her to it. He told her about the legend and everything, and she said yes. And after further testing, by All Might ingesting the blood of Drogon, his health got pretty better. His destroyed organ regrow became better. He does not gain eternal life because if you drink a blood of dragon, you need at least a cup or something like that, a chalice. But All Might drunk droplets, which healed his physical wounds, but did not alter his age or something like that drastically. It may take 2 to 3 years from his life, just like that. So yeah, All Might now in search for a suitable person to inherit all one for all told Drogon, but Drogon said, "Let's wait until the right one pops up, because we don't know the people of this earth. I don't trust them." And All Might said, "Yeah, especially in this bad time of villainy and stuff." So Deku took it upon himself to go look for a suitable carrier for the one for all quirk. And in one of his occasions, he met a red haired boy that was too afraid to act, and a pink girl that was too brave to act, putting her life in danger for others, while the villain Gigantomachia was looking for a hero agency just to destroy it. Deku dropped, looking at Gigantomachia and saying, "What do you want?" Because he felt the fear and he smelled the ominosity coming from the man. And he told him, "What do you want, sir?" And Gigantomachia, "I just want you to direct me to this in that hero agency. I have some business to attend to." Deku looked at him. You seem dangerous, sir." And Gigantomachia chuckled to himself and said, "Huh." And Deku said, "I can smell the rage in you, and I can smell the danger you represent," which Gigantomachia was pretty shocked to hear. And Gigantomachia said, "The old master asked me to do it, so I will do his bidding. Now back off before I squash you." Drogon said to himself, "I want to see you try." Deku turned into his partial dragon form and picked up Gigantomachia and flew him to the sky, dropping him at a wood, and looked at Gigantomachia and said, "Now I don't, I don't have anything to block my attacks or block my full transformation. So let's get into it." Deku transformed into his 50-meter transformation, and Gigantomachia took the robe he was wearing and he revealed his broken and fucked up face to to Deku. And Deku said, "I can see partial dragon, huh? I guess your master found out one of us and killed him. So I will be visiting him real soon." On hearing that, Gigantomachia felt fear and felt anger because somebody was threatening his master, and they engaged in battle. But the upper hand was always in Deku's favor because this Gigantomachia isn't fully developed to his monster size, and he's not the colossal problem that he represents in the normal manga. So the fight went on for a while, and Deku started getting pissed more and more because this person is not going down. He keeps coming back and running at him with full speed trying to tackle Deku. Then Deku had enough. He breathed fire on Gigantomachia, and Gigantomachia blocked it, trying to repel it, but the flame was too hot and it burned the skin of Gigantomachia, the unbroken skin. And Deku said, "I'ma put an end into this." And Deku transformed into his full humongous size, and he roared, popping the ear popping the ears of Gigantomachia and picking him up by using his element of earth, picking him up to the sky not to burn the forest. And he breathed a huge blue flame from his mouth, burning hotter and hotter every second. And he engulfed it with air from his air control, keeping it burning and burning and burning until the almost lifeless body of Gigantomachia fell down to the ground. And Deku walked up into him, putting his foot on Gigantomachia. "Now stay there." Deku called upon Deku doing that, the heroes arrived, seeing the colossal damage happening in the area, and they surrounded it. Then All Might popped out of nowhere and said, "A villain, right?" And Deku said, "Yes, he is." And Deku, and then the police cuffed Gigantomachia and took him in. Took to All Might, and he picked him up and flew from that place. And he said, "I saw two people. One of him one of them smelled courage for saving people, and one of them smelled fear, but the need to be stronger. Let's keep watch on those two. there are Mina Ashido and Kirishima Ujiro. So they took to those two, and All Might kept a close eyes to on them. Deku was keeping a close eye on Kirishima while All Might was keeping a close eye on Mina. But Deku saw the flame in the eyes of Kirishima more than it burned in the eyes of Mina, so he was favoring Kirishima to take up the quirk. And Kirishima proved himself by harnessing his quirk, the hardened ability, in learning it just to become a manly man and a crazy motherfucker. So Deku took to him, and one day Deku popped in the life of Kirishima and introduced himself. My name is Drogon, and I've been watching you, kid, for a long time now, and I saw the change of your attitude and the growth you showed in the past months, and I know you'll be going into your way. I believe it. And I just wanted to introduce myself. I'll be keeping a close eye on you, and maybe you will find something great awaiting you at the end. All Might agreed with Drogon on Kirishima being the next successor of the quirk, and it went like that. And then the entrance exam came in, and Deku wanted to take place on the exam. Just like any other students, he wanted to watch the students close and keep them safe because of his young looking face and body. He was actually pretty young. He's like 16 years old in the normal age. So he took to them and he asked All Might for the permission to go into UA ground and do the test, which All Might accepted. Deku passed the written exam with flying colors, like none other before, because of knowledge from the past in the present, because he has a brilliant mind. And then the robots, and then the practical exam came in, and Deku took the exam with the other examinees, and he admitted and he agreed to not use his full dragon form or something like that. He was agreed to use his partial transformation or his flames and other quirks, but nothing more than that, because that would be a quite dangerous stuff for the other students. So Deku agreed to that and went into the fighting grounds, and he looked at them and he saw the potential in some of them, like Ida, Ochako, and he smelled anger from way far from coming from Bakugo, and he smelled courage and lust from not lust, he smelled power and courage from Kirishima, and he smelled many other things like greed, like lust for fame and everything. So he was in the same ground as the anime, and he took that test with them. First of all, Ida bursted through the door with his engines running as fast as he can, and then Ida looked to his sides to see Deku dancing on the air like he is an airbender using the ball of air, but not the ball literally. He was just like flying through it. And Ida was pretty shocked that this kid can match his speed, and Deku looked at him and said, "See you later." And Deku sped up, breaking the one pointers and two pointers and three pointers like nothing before. And Deku started clapping his hand, and rocks came out of the ground, breaking them. And then he touched how do they call them, water pole or something like that, and he touched them, and the water started flowing from the ground, and Deku, with a swift movement of his finger, the water started dancing in the air like a dragon, taking more robots here and there, and the test went like that. But Deku did not want to take every robot to himself, even though he wanted to give the other contestants some some points so they can surpass and come on top. So Deku was like that, and he sat down, looking at them and observing everything from above. And then the cries of a little girl, cries for help, ran out from his ear in his ears, and he kept looking and then he smelled her and saw the huge 0 point robots coming to crash her. Deku used a movement of his finger to flick the rock from Uraraka's leg, picking her up, putting her down. And the girl thanked him profusely, and the other contestant thought to themselves, this kid is on a whole nother level. Deku said, you want to see something? Uraraka said, what are you gonna do? And then Deku said, sit down tightly and just watch. Deku started transforming into his powerful dragon form, and then more to his dragon form. He chose to stay at 30 meters, not surpassing that. As huge as the robot. He is as huge as the robot, and he looked at them. This is what you'll have to surpass if you want to be on the number one spot. And Deku spit hot fire mixtape on the 0 point robot, burning a hole inside him, destroying him instantly, and Deku reverted back to his full human form and dropped to them. And he walked out of the arena. Deku, of course, surpassed with flying colors, breaking All Might's record and all the records before it. So Deku got into UA as the other students does in the anime. I'll be dropping this what if right here. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked. And don't forget to subscribe, drop a like and a comment and letting me know. And thank you to Dan the Dude. Thank you to everyone who's been watching this what ifs. You've been such a good help to me. Thank y'all. And Dan, don't worry, dude. I'm not out of ideas or something like that. I'll be dropping our what if next time. So don't worry about it. I still have the ideas. I still have it. And thank you for helping me with a great deal, like the thumbnails and stuff like that. I really appreciate you, dude. And I hope you're in good health as everyone here. And this is Xenon ZT, and I'll be seeing ya in the next episode. Peace.